I want to break down what a silk or satin pillowcase really does, how it can help protect your hair, and how this tiny change can work quietly in the background while you sleep. Hi, I'm Al, and this is One Healthy Heart. And this is how a smoother pillowcase can help your hair while you're not even awake to think about it. When we think hair care, we usually think products and daytime routines. Wash day, deep conditioning, leave-in, oils, creams, gels, protective styles. But there's this big chunk of time we ignore. The 6 to 8 hours where your head is pressed against a pillow. If that pillow is covered in regular cotton, your hair is rubbing up against a rougher, more grabby surface all night. Every time you turn your head, hair drags, snags, and twists. That constant friction can rough up the outside layer of the hair, called the cuticle. Once the cuticle is roughed up, hair doesn't reflect light as well. It tangles easier, and it breaks more easily when you comb or brush it. Over time, especially if your hair is already dry, chemically treated, or naturally fragile, that night after night rubbing can be the difference between hair that holds on and hair that slowly thins out or frays at the ends. Silk and satin pillowcases change that experience. Instead of a surface that grabs and drags, you've got a smooth, slippery fabric that your hair can glide over. That doesn't sound huge, but imagine the difference between rubbing your hair on a towel versus sliding it across a piece of smooth cloth. One is rough and one is gentle. When your hair can move more easily, there's less mechanical stress, less friction, and less risk of random breakage from just sleeping. If you have curls, coils, locks, braids, twist-outs, or any style where definition matters, you feel that difference even more. Cotton can suck out moisture and leave curls looking dry and fuzzy in the morning. A silk or satin surface helps keep more of your natural oils and your products on your hair instead of in your pillowcase. That can mean your styles last longer. Your curls look more like themselves when you wake up, and you don't have to fight your hair every morning just to get it back to where it was the day before. Even if your hair is straight or wavy, a smoother pillowcase can help you wake up with less frizz, fewer flyaways, and fewer of those short little broken hairs around your hairline that never seem to grow. It's not about changing your hair type. It's about making life easier for whatever hair type you already have. You don't have to buy the most expensive silk in the world to get benefits. Real silk pillowcases feel luxurious and are breathable. But satin pillowcases, which are often made from polyester, can still give you that slide your hair likes at a fraction of the price. If you don't want to change your bedding at all, using a satin or silk bonnet or scarf over your hair does a similar job and can be more practical for some people. The best option is the one you'll use consistently. You can also team up your pillowcase with smarter nighttime hair habits. Putting long hair into a loose bun, loose braids, or a pineapple before bed helps prevent tangling. Adding a little bit of leave-in conditioner or oil on your ends, especially if your hair is prone to dryness, gives them some extra protection. The silk or satin then becomes the last layer of defense, so your hair isn't being punished for simply existing on a pillow. Now, it's important to be honest about what this won't do. A silk or satin pillowcase won't undo years of chemical damage, won't cure hair loss from medical conditions, and won't fix everything if your diet, stress, and overall health are all out of control. It's not a miracle. It's a small, practical step that reduces one specific type of damage: friction and moisture loss while you sleep. My reference here comes from hair care and skin discussions that point out how friction and rough fabrics can contribute to breakage, frizz, and dryness, and how smoother, less absorbent materials can help reduce that, especially for fragile and textured hair. If you want to protect your hair while you sleep, think of this as upgrading the environment, not changing who you are. You keep your regular routine, but now your pillow is helping you instead of working against you. Over months and years, that small shift can make a real difference in how your ends look, how long your styles last, and how much work you have to do every single morning. That's your healthy heart reminder.